Good morning, everyone. Okay, I'm going to try to go through this quickly because I got a lot for you today. Today is VLCD 20-something. I'll put it in the top, I think 23. Tom arrived this morning. Saturday I had a 1 pound release after those 2 goose eggs, so that was great. And then Sunday I had a 0 release, and then today I had a 0.2 release even with Tom coming, so I consider that a victory. I don't remember what my total is for this week, but I think it's like 2.6 or 2.8 for the entire week. So not the best week. And for any of you that are kind of new at this, or even if you've been around the block a few times with HCG, let me tell you that goes to prove what stress does to releases. Because typically the week before Tom comes is my best release week. Like, I show a lot of releases for some reason, and this was my worst, probably one of my worst weeks in 3 rounds, and that was primarily due to stress. I will absolutely contribute it to that. So, and speaking of stress, so as of today I'm 158.6. So I'm still in the 150s. That's great. I'm happy about that. Anyway, speaking of stress, on Friday after work, I got in a call right before I left work from my primary physician's nurse saying that they had gotten my test results back. Now, these test results were actually ordered by different doctors. I just had my GP order them for me. One of the tests was that MTHFR gene mutation, genetic mutation, that my naturopath ordered. And the other test was for antibodies from my reproductive endocrinologist that I needed to get done before proceeding with IVF. On the antibody test, I think there was like 3 or 4 of them. I tested positive on 2 tests total. The MTHFR I'm positive for. That one is not so concerning to me. It just basically answers a lot of questions. The fix for that, I tested positive to 1 strand. You can test positive to different strand. You can be like hetero or homo in terms of what different strands or whatever that you can test positive for. I only tested positive for 1, and if I remember correctly, it's C766T or something like that. Anyway, the fix for that is just to take high dose folate along with B6 and B12, which interestingly enough we do with HCG. My doctor, last time I saw her, actually gave me some supplements for that, some extra supplements for that last time I saw her, just in case, as a preventative measure. So I already have that. The question will be, do I need to go to prescription strength or not? There's a prescription called FolGard, which is exactly that, and it's super high levels. So, I have to decide, are the levels that I'm getting in the supplements high enough, or do I need to move to prescription strength? So I'll be looking at that in the next day or 2. So that one's, it can actually be the cause of a lot of things. I have heart disease in my family. My father nearly died of a heart attack. They saved him. He did he flatlined, but they saved him. And my grandfather died of a stroke at a fairly young age. So I tend to carry my dad's, take after his side of the family. So I got all of their bad genes. The autoimmune disease came from his mom's side of the family, and the cardiovascular crap came from his dad. So that was a double whammy there. But anyway, like I said, it's an easy fix, but it does explain. I've had some heart issues that have been unexplainable. I've had lots of tests done. They've never really been able to diagnose anything wrong, but I get red super easy when I do cardio or work out or run, and I get out of breath, and I never understood why. And I've had stress tests done. They have detected a heart murmur on me. I have a slight irregular heartbeat, but what is it called? HPV, I guess it's called. I don't know. So anyway, explains a lot of that. And so I told my dad, now that I've tested positive, that he should at his next physical get tested and then take any preventative measures for himself, because of the fact that he already had heart disease and he's already had a heart attack. I will also let any of the female ladies, members of my family know, like cousins and stuff, because some of them have not gone into their reproductive, I mean, they are in their reproductive years. They haven't tried to have a baby yet, but, you know, if they should run into any issues, you know, I want them to know that we have this gene in our family. So anyway, that test, like I said, is not so disturbing, but there was one that was really disturbing, and I tested positive for this antibody. It's called mitochondrial antibody. It's M2 is the abbreviation for the test. And basically right on the lab work, it says that 90 to 96% of people who test positive for this actually have liver disease, and it's cirrhosis of the liver. And I forgot what it's called. It's like, it's biliary something liver cirrhosis or something like that. There's a name for it. And I don't have my paperwork in front of me, so I don't have it memorized. Sadly, after the research that I did, that type of liver disease is actually indicative of, is usually caused by autoimmune disease. And you guys all know I have autoimmune disease. It's actually already attacked my thyroid, thus the Hashimoto's hypothyroidism. And it's also attacked my reproductive system, thus the endometriosis and whatever else I might have. And so now, it looks like it might be attacking my liver. And I don't know right now what all of this means in terms of what are the next steps. Is it going to affect doing my IVF? Clearly, I'm going to be doing about, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars of drugs I'm going to be injecting myself with to go through IVF. And I don't know if my liver can handle it if there's damage to it right now. You know, the questionable part is I've had tons of tests done on my liver over the years because I've done cleanses, and I've done liver cleanses, and I've done candida cleanses, and I've done all kinds of cleanses. So, you know, going through these naturopaths, they test your liver regularly, and I just can't imagine that there's damage to my liver. You know, maybe I caught this in the beginning of the disease, you know, before I was symptomatic or before there's any damage, which would be a great thing. Or maybe I'm misunderstanding what the paperwork says and I just need to go to see a specialist and find out more information. But, you know, it was disturbing news. It was disturbing information. I had just picked up my nephew. I just went and picked up the labs. I didn't have a lot of time to process it. I have emailed both my RE and my naturopath and told them the results, and I'm going to fax them over, or I'm sorry, scan them and email them over to them today to find out, you know, what the next steps are. I can't imagine that this test being positive for the antibody is a deal breaker for IVF, because wouldn't they have had me take that test prior to booking my accommodations and airfare? They gave me the clearance to do that. And so if it was a deal breaker, I would have thought that they would say, well, wait till your tests come back clear. So nobody said that. But then again, even if they allow me to proceed, I want to make sure that I'm not doing something to jeopardize my health. I mean, cirrhosis of the liver, there is no cure for that. And, you know, some people end up needing a liver transplant or die from it. So, you know, it's serious. You can't really mess around with that. So anyway, I hope to get some answers today, guys. I really, really do, because I feel like I'm in limbo. I am feeling slightly betrayed by my body right now, because I've done nothing but love it and nothing but be good to it and nothing but do kind things. Some of you might know this because I've said it before, but, you know, I don't take pain medication. I rarely drink alcohol. I don't drink out of plastic. I don't cook in Teflon. I eat all organic. I eat grass-fed. I'm just so super cautious about what I put in my body, and I've taken such good care of my body over the last few years that I'm finding it really difficult to believe that there's anything going on with my liver. But sometimes it's genetic, or sometimes it's, you know, it's like I said, autoimmune disease, and I don't have control over that if it's coming from that situation. So, I'm sure Happy Conscious Gal might have some feedback for me on this, like as far as, you know, what is it in my subconscious mind that I believe about myself that I've had these continued health issues that, you know, I don't know, like, is there something that I have a belief about that I'm doing this to myself somehow? I don't know, you know. And I started thinking about, well, what if we can't do IVF? Will we still take a vacation? If so, how long? Will we still go to Barbados? You know, and then I started thinking about how a lot of things in life are hidden blessings, and we don't sometimes know immediately. What seems like a setback is really a setup. Joel Osteen said that once, and I really loved it, and it really stuck with me. But, you know, there were major roadblocks in getting my meds. I have not ordered my meds yet, and I got clearance Friday afternoon. Everything finally got cleared up. They sent me the link, said I could order them. My card is released. Everything is done with that, and I could have ordered them, but I had just picked up my blood labs, and I said, you know, I don't want to order the meds because if I can't do IVF, the meds are not returnable. They're non-refundable. You know, you could sell them over the black market, but that's illegal. I don't want to do that. So I'm wondering if the roadblocks to getting my meds was not a hidden blessing to some extent. So, you know, I'm just really trying to think about different scenarios. It's like you don't want to think about it until you have answers, but you kind of want to know, you know, get an idea of be prepared for the worst, I guess, you know, is where I'm at with it mentally. So I didn't want this to go over 10 minutes because I feel selfish taking all your time like this, but I really needed to talk to you guys about this. And I'm probably going to do a second vlog later today, or just update you tomorrow to let you know what I find out today. And I just ask again for all my little prayer warriors to, you know, put a couple prayers out there for me. I know that my timing is not always God's timing, and so I have to trust in whatever's going on here. And, you know, the truth of the matter is that the doctor that I was going to go through here in Texas to do my IVF was done testing me. I had no other tests to do under her care. And so I really see this as a blessing that I decided to go to Barbados, and I decided to go through this other doctor, and I decided to do all these different things because she found things that would have been totally overlooked, I guess is what I'm saying. So anyway, love you guys. I wish I could talk more, but I don't want to keep you. This is long enough, and I'll try to update you again later. Bye.